in the newspaper. Here, it says, gold mine found. In the newly made raceway of the sawmill recently erected by Captain Sutter on the American fork of the Sacramento River, gold has been found in considerable quantities. One person brought $30 worth of New Helvetica, gathered there in a short time. California, no doubt, is rich in mineral wealth. There are great chances here for scientific capitalists. Think of that. Gold just laying to be picked up.
They said it was in the water.
Chances for scientific capitalists.
Yeah, what's that mean?
I don't know exactly, but it's someone who's smart enough to find gold.
Hey, come on you two, back for another load.
Yes, sir.
Scientific capitalists.
Random House Audio Publishing and LouisL'Amour.com present Louis L'Amour's Son of a Wanted Man. In the summer following the conclusion of the war with Mexico, news of a fantastically rich discovery of gold reached the east coast of the United States. It arrived in the form of an almost unknown Western newspaper, printed in San Francisco, a city in the newly acquired territory of California. Within months, tens of thousands of would-be miners were headed for the Sierra Nevada. It was as if the nation, perhaps even the whole world, had been awaiting this very event. They were called the 49ers, and they came across the northern plains in covered wagons and around Cape Horn by ship. Some braved the deserts and Indians of the Southwest. Others packed their equipment from the Atlantic to the Pacific, through the disease-ridden swamps and jungles of Panama and Nicaragua. Those who survived, men from Philadelphia, New Orleans, New York and Boston, Santiago, Sydney and Hong Kong, found themselves on their knees in the icy water of mountain creeks, panning and praying for gold. Many died, but many became rich. Those that perished were buried with little ceremony and their tools taken up by others. In a single year, over $80 million was washed from the creeks, and this in a day when $30 a month was considered a substantial wage. It was not only the miners who became prosperous in the gold fields. Merchants and freighters, assayers and saloon keepers, all charged phenomenal prices for their goods and services. Many a fortune was made without ever washing a pan or running a sluice. But not all who came to the gold fields were honest men. Banditry and murder were common occurrences. The alleys and wharves of San Francisco were ruled by the Sydney Ducks, a gang of murderous Australians. In the hinterlands, Joaquin Murrieta, a mythical outlaw whose exploits reached such proportions that it was believed he was actually 5 different men, became a folk hero to California's Mexican population. And in the gold fields themselves, a mysterious bandit named Ben Curry prowled the midnight trails, and for a brief time was credited with many a robbery.
Whoa! Hold up there.
What is this, man? Get those logs out of the road.
Throw down the express box, my friend. Throw it down and have your passengers step out where I can see them.
There. Don't hurt anyone, and I'll do what I'm told.
Say, what's happening?
It's a robbery. Just get out.
That's right, folks. Stand down and deliver.
My heavens. A highwayman.
I prefer gentlemen of opportunity. I shan't steal from a lady, but your man there should hand over his watch as well.
Take good care of it. When the authorities get you, I'll want it back.
Authorities? I don't think so. No, I don't think so at all.
For a time, he was the most notorious bandit in California, and when silver boomed in the Comstock, he was a wanted man in Nevada as well. Ben Curry and his gang came and went like ghosts, robbing stagecoaches, banks, and later trains. But in all their years of thievery, they never killed a man during the commission of a crime. Ben and his men would fight like demons when pursued, but during a robbery they had never killed, until one foggy morning in the spring of 1872, at a town called Brant's Crossing.
I say we go in. How do we know he'll be here?
He'll be here. Keep your shirt on. Ben's having a last look around.
How do you know? We ain't seen him in a week.
We know, all right? Now, Doc and me, we've been doing this for some time.
Doc Sawyer, a tough outlaw named Collie, and Dan Peoples were camped in the damp hollow under the south side of Brant's Bridge.
That'll be him now.
Let's hope so. It could be anyone. It could be the sheriff.
Dan, you simmer down. Put away that hog leg.
If need be, we're just travelers resting our horses. Nobody's gonna be after us until we've committed a crime.
Ben Curry appeared out of the mist, a large, dark-haired block of a man in a gray hat and a mackinaw with a sheepskin collar.
Gentlemen, we have 5 minutes. Mount up.
In the dim light under the bridge, he locked eyes with each momentarily. Doc and Collie, good men both. Dan Peoples, young, high-strung. Ben didn't yet know how he'd fare, but soon they were going to find out. It was just light enough to see the shapes of the buildings through the mist when Juan Santos and his 7-year-old son Miguel left the house to go to work.
Ready?
Yep.
Hey, you want me to carry that?
No, I can do it.
Well, you be careful then. That's glass. Let's go.
Juan was a widower who ran a successful grocery, and amongst other things, Miguel prowled the back alleys looking for bottles that Juan could boil and return to the local brewer.
Good morning, Juan.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Spencer.
Hello, Michael. It's quite a load you got there.
Yes, sir.
They continued on, Spencer up the street to the bank, Miguel and his father to their store.
Here, let's have those bottles. Oh, that's heavy.
Ah, Papa.
Okay, it's not that heavy. Let's see. 2, 4, 8, 10. What's that come to?
It's 20 cents.
Very good. And a nickel for carrying it down.
Thanks.
Hard work always pays off. You're for better things than running a grocery, Miguelito. God willing.
As the sun began to burn away the morning mist, the gang of outlaws drew up in an alley beside the bank.
There'll be no shooting, understand? Unless we have to.
Doc Sawyer stayed with the horses. The others rounded the corner and started for the bank. Collie took up a position just outside the door, watching the street. Ben and Dan Peoples went inside. John Spencer had just finished unlocking the vault.
Sorry, gentlemen, we're not open yet.
Oh, yes, you are.
Down the street of the Santos grocery, Juan was moving a display of canned goods to the window in front of his store. As he came back, Miguel was sitting on a stool, tilting the label of a jar to the light.
Papa, what's pure red?
Oh, pure reed. That's smashed.
Yeah.
Juan took a box of tinned fruit and began setting the cans on the shelves. Finishing, he straightened and glanced up the street.
What's what?
Miguel jumped down from his stool and came to the window.
Somebody at the bank?
Across the street and up a block, a rider trailing 3 saddled horses appeared from an alleyway and stopped before the bank. As the man drew up, he looked down the street and straight into Miguel's eyes. He wore a bandana drawn up over his mouth and was carrying a Henry rifle across his saddlebows. The sacks of money were passed from Peoples to Ben to Collie, and then out to Doc Sawyer, who had drawn their horses onto the walk.
Come on, move it along!
John Spencer pulled the last bag out of the safe.
You put one foot outside this door.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?